show, y'all. We're broadcasting live right here, right now from Dallas, Texas. And we want to send a special shout out to everybody that's out there that's doing something productive to put them a little bit closer towards their hopes and their dreams. It is now showtime, y'all. And shout out to the band, man. Show the band some love by leaving the number 8 in the chat section, y'all. It is now showtime, y'all. And we want to thank all y'all for tuning in for another segment of the all new, brand new James Area Show. If this is your first time tuning in, I want to make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure you don't miss out on none of the content or none of the stories that are bothering you. But on tonight's show, y'all, we're going to be talking about a gentleman. Well, let's start here. Imagine you leaving home from your apartment complex. You get home and then you find out everything that you own is sitting out on the curb. Imagine that. Well, on tonight's show, we're going to be talking about a gentleman that's right here, right now, here in Dallas, Texas. And I'm going to make sure that I go by there because I want to see exactly, I really want to see what type of place this really is in order for them to do what they've done to him. But I want y'all to take a look at this clip.
A Deep Ellum man says everything he and his daughter owned was thrown in a dumpster after the management of his apartment building accidentally ordered maintenance to clean out his rental.
It don't sound good already, y'all.
Turns out apartment management had the wrong unit number, and now that man says that he is out tens of thousands of dollars.
Probably more than that.
Building management argues he never should have been living there to begin with. Consumer Reporter Steve.
Now that sound like that, y'all. That sound like that may be a red flag right there. You know, the manager is saying that he shouldn't have never been there from the beginning, and I'm sure they got some reason for saying the things that they're saying. But I want y'all to find out. Stick around to find out exactly why he shouldn't be there.
Steve Noviello is on your side tonight.
Used to have a couch here, a TV stand with the TV.
After Johnny Abney spent years building a life.
This was my daughter's snack drawer.
Snack drawer.
For himself and his 9-year-old daughter.
It was a closet full of clothes.
This is all that's left of their stuff.
Everything gone.
Everything they own.
Clothing items, all my groceries, they cleared out my...
Man, they didn't even took my man groceries. And y'all know how the price of produce and fruit and everything is up right now. It sounds like they may have a lawsuit.
Whole refrigerator full of groceries
is gone.
Well, we had a shower curtain here.
Not stolen, thrown in the dumpster by order of the management at the Hamilton, the high-end mid-rise apartment building where Johnny and his daughter lived in the Deep Ellum neighborhood of Dallas.
They came to my door and cleaned everything out, from my daughter's clothes to my clothes to everything, from a toothbrush.
They took the toothbrushes, y'all. Unbelievable.
Bathing items, like they pretty much left me with nothing.
It's all in this police report Johnny filed when he returned home from work in late July to find his apartment door unlocked.
Now, imagine coming home and you already see your doors already open. You know, I think that's a safety breach right there, you know, within itself. I don't know if I'd even went up in there unless, you know.
And the contents cleared out. According to the report's narrative, a leasing agent on site said there was a misunderstanding and maintenance accidentally cleared out Abney's.
Accident? All right, so we can look at the facility and see. I think I'm familiar with this area in Dallas, but I'm gonna go by there and I'm gonna bring the live content to you guys. But it looks like a pretty decent area. The apartment complex looks like it's pretty good. You know, anything in the downtown Dallas area is typically a good place where you want to be. But the simple fact that they've thrown out, you know, his stuff, I don't know if this is the place that you really want to be living in. But you know what? We're gonna listen to the remainder of the story and see.
Unit instead of the unit next door where a tenant was being evicted.
Accident. They say it was an accident. Listen, if you're on your phone, all right, and you're answering a text message from somebody that you didn't want to answer earlier today, and now you all work and you're answering a text message and you accidentally run into the back of the car in front of you, that's an accident.
All of Johnny's belongings had been thrown in the dumpster hours earlier and had been picked over by the other resident.
Oh man, stop it. Who is this, y'all? His neighbor out there with her dog. Dumpster diving. Y'all, listen, she out here. Whoever she is, she's out here dumpster diving in broad daylight. And I'm in Dallas. I'd like to interview whoever this is just to kind of find out what's going on out here. What is going on?
This is video Johnny took of his discarded stuff. He says his mattress had been urinated on.
Oh man, they ain't giving him no respect at all. Damn, they urinating on your mattress. Now, I think they clean this mattress, but I don't know, who want to be laying on a mattress that it's been urinated on unless it's your urine.
Not only did they put my stuff out, they watched people take all my property all day.
Property management offered to get what they could from the trash and return it to Johnny's unit. Johnny said they even had that stained mattress professionally cleaned, but most
I don't know if that's gonna work, professionally clean or not. If it ain't, y'all know what I'm saying.
of his and his daughter's stuff was gone for good.
This door is completely gone, and this one.
They're not playing with you.
They just completely just broke it.
Much of what did make it back from the dumpster, he showed us, was damaged.
They told me that it was a mistake. They
A mistake.
apologized the first night. They were overly apologetic, like let us know anything missing.
But that quickly took a turn.
Even though it was your stuff.
Uh-oh. He done went into the office.
It's her.
Enough though. It was your stuff. It's her apartment. It's under her name. The contract is in her name and her name solely. Man, you shouldn't even went down there, man. Player. You shouldn't even went down there. For real.
Her apartment. It's under her name. The contract is in her name and her name solely.
This is video Johnny recorded of a conversation he had.
Hey, y'all can't sleep on it though. Take a look at them. The Maxes. They clean. Snow White. He ain't doing too bad.
With one of the leasing agents who was quick to point out the apartment in which he and his daughter lived was leased by his ex-girlfriend who had since moved out of state.
All right. I don't know. That sound like a red flag, but I don't know what that was about. She just jumped up and left and said, hey, listen, you maintain it. I mean, who knows what the those circumstances was, but we about to find out.
Johnny was subletting without permission, and even though these receipts provided to us by an attorney.
Now he ain't playing no games. He's paying his rent. And as a landlord, one of the things that you want most and respect most out of your tenants is the fact that they pay their rent on time. Listen, if you can't pay your rent on time, I don't even know what else to tell you. But as y'all can see, he's been paying his rents on time and he hasn't missed. But that's not the problem.
Attorney for the Hamilton showed that Johnny paid the near $3,000 in rent each month.
$3,000. So obviously he's making some money. All right. He's doing pretty well for himself to pay almost $3,000 a month for rent. That's upwards. We still got a problem though, y'all. We got to get down to the bottom of this.
Any direct discussion about making him whole was off the table.
We are binded by law.
We are binded like by law. We cannot discuss anything with anybody that is not here. He ain't on the lease.
We cannot discuss anything with anybody that is not her.
According to this lawsuit Johnny has now filed against the property management company, they gave him 24 hours to fill out his own rent.
24 hours. All right. Now, any of y'all out there know already, we all been in apartment complexes before. Me too. I can't lie. And if they've given him 24 hours to fill out the application, and then they're gonna allow him to stay, then if you want to stay, then you don't got to fill out the application. But the fact that he didn't fill out the application, that sounds like another red flag, y'all.
rental application or face eviction.
I've already lost property. Now you're trying to kick me off the property at short notice with no resolve.
Here's the eviction notice. It was posted on his door the next day.
Rent was paid in full. There was no reason to go into his apartment. There was no reason to throw anything away.
Jason Friedman is Johnny's attorney. He says the issue of who was on the lease is irrelevant.
The apartment building, they didn't know when they threw all that stuff away whose stuff it was, whether it was the person on the lease or his.
And adds Johnny chose not to fill out the application or pay the fee required for one very simple reason.
Listen, he's trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out. He didn't want to sign the lease, and so he's talking about. Well, I didn't sign the lease for one simple reason. Take a look at this.
He chose not to because he said, I want to resolve the situation with my property.
He's saying he want to resolve the issue with his property, but these people are still trying to figure out, why are you even here? You ain't even on the lease. Why are you here talking to us?
That you threw away before I decide if I'm going to stay in this building.
At this point, don't look like you really have a decision. They're about to get you out of there. You ain't on the lease, my friend.
An attorney for the Hamilton, who would not speak to us on camera but did communicate by phone and email, said on behalf of the building, even if Johnny did fill out the rental application, he would have been denied because he already violated the lease terms as an unauthorized.
All right. Let's stop right there. I think this is something that important that we all need to make sure that we get. This is in the clause on the TREC contracts for all apartment complexes. If you're going to go in and you want to rent an apartment complex, then they're going to have you to sign this. All right. And this is a section on it. And it says guest, talking to you as a person on the lease. We may exclude from the apartment community any guests or others who, in our sole judgment, have been violating the law, violating the lease and our community policies, or disturbing other residents, neighbors, visitors, owner representatives. We may also exclude any outside area, common area, anyone who refuses to show photo identification or refuses to identify himself, herself as a resident, an authorized occupant, or a guest of a specific resident or community. Now, here's the thing that I want y'all to pay attention to the most. Let's look at this. The highlighted point here is the most important part that we should pay attention to. It reads, anyone not listed in the lease cannot stay in the apartment for more than, and I don't even know why they got their blanks there, but if we got any realtors out there right now, anybody that's any apartment leasing agencies, I'd like to hear from you guys. We're going to open up the live call-in chat here in a second for you guys to come in and share your thoughts or shed some light on this other than the facts we've already presented. But let's go back. It says anyone not listed in the lease cannot stay in the apartment for more than X amount of days in 1 week without prior written consent, and no more than twice that many days in any month. If the previous space isn't filled in 2 days, total per week will be the limit. Now, this is what is in black and white. Regardless to what he's saying and how he's paid his bills on time, you got one small flaw, my friend, and that is you're not on the lease. And that may be the problem.
Authorized occupant.
With me losing all my property, like that's the last thing on my mind.
According to the lawsuit, the Hamilton also alleged there was counterfeit money pulled from Johnny's things. Another
Counterfeit.
reason they say he would not be welcome to stay. We asked them to provide a police report, photos, or video, any evidence at all. They provided none.
They left me without underwear, toothpaste, everything.
Back at Johnny's, among the discarded pile of trashed school supplies with which his daughter was supposed to start the 5th grade, we found our own. This play money, clearly marked.
All right, stop. All right, stop. Stop right there. You know, I can't really say that you didn't classify it as like, you know, play money or counterfeit money, because, you know, to be honest, you know, being a business owner, you really have to be creative when it comes down to your marketing campaign. And that's something that I've even done myself. That same monies that they're saying that's counterfeit, listen, I have it here. It's in front of me. Can you guys see that? On this side, it says copy. It says it is a, you see it? It says a copy. And just because he had that in there, I don't think that's counterfeit, because we use this. I typically take one of my business cards, I put it inside of it. I take a pencil and put it inside of it. And this is, you know, a creative marketing campaign, because I can promise you and guarantee you that anybody that were to see this on the ground, then they're gonna pick it up and think it's $100 bill. So I can't say just because he's got this in his house, I can't say that that's counterfeit. But let's find out.
As copy, right next to what's left of his daughter's bed.
Now they found the counterfeit in his daughter's room.
We sent a list of questions to the Hamilton via their attorney. They all went unanswered. They would not sit.
I bet they did, because they don't want to have to answer that. But listen, I want to talk about why is it he wasn't on the lease, number one. All right. And we're going to open up the live call-in show right now for anyone to share their thoughts on this topic, any of the other topics that we spoke on while you watch the shows. We want to open up the live call-in show for you guys to come up and share your thoughts with things that are bothering you. But let's go back. The apartment complex is in your, as they say, your, what do they say, baby mama's name? Why wasn't the apartment complex in your name? Why didn't you guys do a transfer of lease? Why didn't you guys have a notary or something sign stating that you were going to be staying here and you are responsible for anything that goes on here? I'm not understanding that. You know, the only reason why I can see that this is not in his name from the beginning is because maybe he's got some credit issues. And hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I've been there too. You know, I remember my credit score was so low, it looked like, you know, a double-digit highway. But, you know, again, I always say when you know better, you do better. And the only thing I can think of is that, you know, his credit wasn't right, because if they were going to do that and they're telling you need to sign the lease, then, I mean, you should be prepared to go ahead and do that. This is your livelihood. Now, another problem, something else that's bothering me, is the fact that if it wasn't an accident, and I already told y'all, that's only when you're on your phone and you just run into the back of somebody. That's an accident. But the fact that they've thrown out everything that he owns, and they left it out on the curb, people, you know, urinating on it, they ain't respecting him, people picking up things, you know, like they are U-Haul. If that is what they are doing, then the owner, do think as a businessman, I think the owner should have, you know, took it upon amongst themselves to come down, fly down from wherever it is he's at, and just kind of just do whatever he could in order to make this right. But the fact that he did not do that, and this was not a priority to him, here's kind of where we're at. The bad thing about it is that because he was not on the lease, and it's in black and white from the signed leasee. And any of y'all realtors out there, y'all want to come up and join the show, then by all means do so. But the fact that he wasn't on the lease, it's in the black and white. I don't see how he's not going to be able to get out of there, because the contract in the black and white basically states who's supposed to be there, how long they're supposed to be there, the whole 9 yards. And he kind of violated that. So listen, now is a segment of the all new brand new James Jerry Show, where we talk about, the things that are bothering you. This topic, not just this topic, but maybe something that happened to you throughout the day while you were at work. Maybe your boss did not understand that you ain't get enough sleep last night. This is the show that allows you to do that, y'all. And we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Share this video. Y'all share this video, because today it's my man here in Dallas getting kicked out or being evicted. And tomorrow it just may be you. It may be your mother, your brother, your father, somebody that you know. And so we created this show for us to discuss those things. And if we're waiting for the first caller to call in to share their thoughts. And we want to thank y'all for tuning in for the all new brand new James Jerry Show, y'all. Show, y'all. We're broadcasting live right here, right now from Dallas, Texas. And we want to send a special shout out to everybody that's out there that's doing something productive to put them a little bit closer towards their hopes and their dreams. It is now showtime, y'all. And shout out to the band, man. Show the band some love by leaving the number 8 in the chat section, y'all. in the chat, y'all, for the live call-in show. The link is in the chat. It's showtime, y'all. We want to thank y'all for tuning in for another segment of the all new, brand new James Area Show. We will be back for our another show on tomorrow. And listen, if y'all ain't heard nothing else, remember, if ain't nobody told you today, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Y'all have a good night.